Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome to KamenRider Blackman. All right, now, unfortunately, I did not have a lot of time to do a review today, so instead, I'm doing another top 10 list that I thought of a couple of days ago. And in my personal opinion, this is a fun one because I like some of these things. So, today, today, we will be doing the top 10 KamenRider weapons. So, this is a list. This was, in my honest opinion, an easy but not an easy list because I'm thinking about weapons. But for it alone, my primary thought was in terms of design and functionality, really. So pretty much all that. And as always, I'll start off with honorable mentions. So, my first honorable mention are two things, both from the same show. Um, from Kamen Rider Agito, that the Flame Saber and the Storm Halberd. Like, I like those two weapons. I probably like the Storm Halberd a bit more because of the type of weapon it is. I kind of like it. And the Flame Saber is pretty cool in its own right because if in the air, like remember how in Kuga whenever he faced a flying enemy, he just shot them down? Instead, whenever Akito faces someone that's flying, he just takes his sword and stabs them in midair and lacerates them. That and that alone is pretty cool. But it's also a good looking sword. So not bad. And also, quick thing, because when he's in his Trinity form, he can apparently summon both of them and dual wield them, which brings me to a new question of is it physically possible to dual wield a sword and a spear or staff? That's just and because that's just pretty curious to me. But now, my third honorable mention is the Ride Hay Saber from Kamen Rider ZO. This is the weapon that he, of course, uses when he's using the Decade armor. This weapon alone, it was a contingency to be on the list because it is super powerful. But I just thought the design was a bit too toyetic. Like, this is the type of weapon and sword you would see in Zoojer. Like, no offense to Zoojer, though, but I will admit, the mechs in that show alone, they're about the same scale as toyetic as the Hay Saber. Also, the noise it makes is a bit obnoxious. Going, hey, say, hey, say, hey, say, hey, hey, hey. It eventually gets annoying. So, yeah. I guess I have, like, you can say one final honorable mention, and that is the Metal Shaft from Kamen W. This was actually going to be on my list, but then I thought of something else at the last minute. But I like this weapon. But I do like this weapon. It's probably because I like bow staffs. Like, they're the one. Like, yeah, pretty much. I was about to say. I like this weapon because I like bow staffs. I like the design on it. I like how it is. Man, not a bad weapon. But overall, just bow staffs are pretty underutilized weapons as it is in Tokusatsu. So I guess seeing this is pretty good. But now moving on to the actual list, starting off at number 10, the Banana Spear used by Kamen Rider Baron. This is a good weapon. I'm not gonna lie. The design for it looks like a banana, and it's an actual freaking lance. Which brings me to another thing. It's not a spear, it's a lance. because it's literally designed. But the design alone, yes, the show is fruit themed, so we're gonna get a lot of fruit designed weapons until we get to the Sonic Arrow. But the Banana Spear alone, I really like it. And I like it. And it's like the silliest slash coolest thing ever for when if Baron does a finisher and then you realize immediately that you're gonna get killed by a giant energy banana. And so yeah. So next, number 9, the Titan Saber, used by KamenRider Kuga in his Titan form. Because first rule about let this be a lesson in general. Purple and gold look great together, and that's what the Titan Saber is. It looks fucking awesome, and once it gets that extension on it, it looks even more cool. And it's like this has to be my number one favorite weapon from Kuga because it's a purple and gold sword, which looks cool, and its finisher alone is he stabs you in your chest cavity and twists his sword around until you explode. For early Heisei, this is the shit. So next, number 8, the Signal Axe, used by Kamen Rider Chaser in Drive. Another lesson. Let's be another lesson, guys. Axes are cool. And the Signal Axe, it's not a bad. It is a pretty cool weapon. It's purple and silver, which also looks nice. Yeah, it's purple and silver, which also looks nice. As well as it's not a blunt. As well as for a card themed show, they weren't blunt with it, which is nice because not only is it a battle axe, but it has that stoplight motif to it that he literally has to charge up to do the finisher. So Mateo, I don't know Japanese, but red light, charging, green light, go. Really? Like, what if someone like? Well, Chase can make use out of his time. I can say that, so that won't be a problem. But next, number 7, the Zicon Zax, used by Kamen Rider Gates. Now, this was the last edition I was talking about being on the list because I wasn't too sure about this weapon at first until I thought about it more and I decided, okay, here is why. Its multifunction is pretty interesting because it's a battle axe that can also be a bow and arrow, which is cool. Battle axes that can become firearms are awesome. And it can, yeah. And you could also fire it even when it is a battle axe. The one thing that was a little iffy about it was how the handle for it is a bit curved. But then I looked up and realized that it's curved to have a better grip on it to do more damage with. And and overall though, just look at how huge the fucking blade is. The blade's like this big and the handle's like here. When it's like standing up, it's like this. It's actually straightforward. But the Zicon Zax, I do like it. It's not a bad weapon. And so next, it's the one weapon from Zio that actually made the list. And some of the noises on there aren't bad. Blaster mode, it's me. Axe mode, oh no, because it knows that battle axes are cool. So next, number 6, the Blade Rouser from KamenRider Blade. Now, we're starting to reach the realm of multifunctionality. And so, the Blade Rouser, it's a sword. It's a sword. He stores all of his cards in it, and he can do his finishers in it. And he can do basically any of the moves with this sword. And so that, big thumbs up. But besides that, it's not a bad looking sword too. What really gets me about it is that I guess the regal look and how at the bottom where the handle part is, it's like a big deck of cards. So yeah. So next, top 5. Number 5, the Barzon sword, used by Forze Cosmic States. The Barzon sword, first of all, it's a big fucking rocket sword, and not only that fact alone's not cool, but also he can combine switches and do attacks with said sword. That is enough alone. That is enough alone to make it this high on the list, and that's the point of Cosmic States, that he could use all of his switches and can combine their abilities with this sword. Yeah. I also like the color of blue they used for this and Cosmic States. To which I looked it up and it's electric blue. And that is a good color of blue. So next, number 4, the GX05, used by KamenRider G3. What? First of all, let me explain something about this as why it's so high on the list. It's a briefcase that you unfold and can become a legit and can become a Gatling gun. And this is what G3X uses to finish his monsters. It goes Rambo on them. So pretty much. Think about this. Yeah. Like thinking about this now, I could have put the weapon that Fies uses in his blaster form, which is that briefcase, which can become a shotgun and a sword. But Gatling guns are so much more badass. And I just thought about that now. So yeah. Which brings me to another thing. Just because at the time of recording this, I'm very high and I'm almost done with watching Agito so that I can review it. I may or may not do another list, but depends. You guys tell me if you want to see this. If you remember, I have done a top 10 comment. I have done a top 10 Kamen Rider finishers before, and so would you guys want to see another one? A whole new, a second finishers list. Just let me know in the comments down below, and I may do it. But next, number 3, the Kaixa Blade Gun. Oh my god, I hate Kusaka so fucking much, as well as anyone else in the fandom or has actually seen Fies. But god damn it, Kaixa alone, the Kaixa gear alone is so fucking awesome. From the suit, to the hand transformation device, to the bike, straight up to his main weapon, the Kaixa Blade Gun. First of all, that color looks amazing. But not only that, the color looks amazing. It's in the sign of Kaixa, I think. Let me look it up. Kaixa sign. It should be, yeah. I'm sorry for me looking it up. Let me think. But overall, Kaixa alone. Basically, it's in its Greek sign for Kaixa, or for what it stands for, and it's also a gun and a reverse grip sword. And its finisher is one of the best things ever, and what I love the most in a finisher. Because not only does he shoot you, he's not killing you that way. He's trapping you. And here's the thing, he's not going to shoot you to death. He's not going to slash you to death. No, he's going to go straight through you. And that is how you will die. And that is the best thing ever, in my opinion. a finisher where it's not. It's a finisher where it's not shooting someone or slashing someone. No, we're just gonna go straight through you and kill you from there. So next, number 2. Oh, I was at number 1, but number 2. So yeah, the Wizard Sword Gun. I really just like how this sword is. And once again, it's a standard what we usually see in Tokusatsu, or at least in Sentai and KamenRider in general. It's a gun that can become a sword. But not only that, it's a gun that can become a sword to which he can also cast his spell finishers on. So that alone deserves that much recognition. So yeah. Hope I don't have to start over the whole video. But yeah. I also just really like the design of this sword and how it actually is. With how the hand is like this first, you get I like how, I guess, bulky that part is to actually have a hand that opens up. And it's not something you do like as if it was like papery. That's cool because he has the hands here on the gun as well as on his belt, and it's just good. And once again, I like the colors on here. The silver takes over, but there's also the black and gold, and all those 3 colors together look glorious. But not as glorious and powerful as all hell as number 1. With that said, number 1, the Perfect Zector, the hyper sword used by KamenRider Kabuto, because it's a sword that can also be a gun, and he can use almost any of the Zectors in the show, or hell, to do finishers, or hell, combine all of them together to do a sword finisher or a gun finisher. That is nuclear. Because, I'm sorry, the design of this sword too, it looks cool because black, gold, and red. But to literally have that power, Kabuto makes it nuclear. It is so effing cool. Although, how he gets it is, fuck it, I haven't seen Kabuto. But still, for what I've seen from this sword, from watching clips, and I have looked up and read, this sword is fucking awesome. Like, this is a sword that does a lot of damage, and I love that so much. But I think I forgot. Can he do a finisher with the attack Zector? He should be able. Yeah, I think he should be able to. But with that said, that is my top 10 list for my personal favorite, KamenRider weapons. Will I do something like this for Sentai? Maybe, possibly. But with that said, would you guys like to see another KamenRider finishers list? Please let me know in the comments down below. And thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends about KamenRider Blackman. Share this video if you'd like to. Hopefully, I shall come out with a review soon. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.